I hate no shit.
I spent the like 10, yeah. I got the pipe in, gon' spin a block, no type in. I just want the face like we Skype in. Can't cut no hoe, they be trifling.
Big Savage in the building, the grind don't stop unless it kill me. You already know. Welcome to the Savage Nation. I was snooping, doing my little thing, and I found some information on YouTube about Warzone, about the devs, and how they really work in these offices. Figured out it was necessary that I bring this to y'all. So without further ado, we just gonna check it out. Hit that like, subscribe if you haven't, man.
One of the biggest issues I currently have with Warzone is the bugs. It seems like every single season comes by, they add a bunch of new stuff, but that's kind of brought to a halt because when they put in this new stuff, almost every single time something breaks. A couple months ago, when there was that meeting between the devs,
not something, damn near everything breaks.
They talked about how the game is very bloated, and because of that, when something breaks, they oftentimes don't know why or what caused it to actually break. Because Warzone is a live service, they can't really do that. In my memory, there's only been one time where the servers have gone offline, people have stopped playing, and then a day later they brought it back with a bunch of changes. I think it was...
If they shut Warzone down for like a day, a week, a month, people will lose their fucking mind. So I understand what he's talking about. I understand it's literally like not even possible for them to actually work on the game and make real improvements. Not with this system.
Only one time that they have ever done that, and because they can't really do that, they can't reinvent the wheel, if you will. A lot of these bugs, they just kind of have to try to figure out what's going on with them and have to try to fix them while this train keeps moving forward. Imagine how hard it would be to fix a train that is still moving. Very, very difficult. Now, another reason I personally believe that causes this problem is just how many different moving parts there are with this game. With a lot of games, there's, what, 15, 20 different guns and maybe attachments on them. If
That's
you look
a fact. It's a lot of shit out here, man.
There's a set of items, and that could be one of the things that causes a problem, one of those items. But in Warzone, there's over 100 different weapons, each of which having around 50 plus attachments, so that's 5,000 different things. In that alone could go wrong, not including perks, not including the map, score streaks, movement mechanics, things along those lines. There's a lot of moving parts, so when one thing breaks, when one weapon does too much damage, it could be because one attachment's broken, or it could simply be something down the line. An example of this would be the ability to use extra perks on individual weapons, using 11 perks. It's something that they actually fixed today. There was a weird set of circumstances that you could do, and all of a sudden, your gun was really overpowered. Things like that are
It's always little glitches in the game. They always out here. Every time we get an update, every time we get a hot fix, and try to work on something, get one thing fixed, it fucks up another thing. How can you play like that? It's always some new bullshit, literally every single day. You're gonna find something that you haven't even seen before, and it might piss you off, or it might work into your advantage. It's like fucking gambling.
Always going to happen, but because there's so much in the game, it's not a simple fix. And I think that's something we're going to see kind of cool down once Warzone 2 comes out, because I have a feeling they're going to limit the amount of weapons to whatever comes out in Modern Warfare 2, things along those lines. And if you will, it will kind of limit that bloat and cause a lot less of these bugs. There's an 80 field of view bug.
Limit the amount of weapons, so no more integrations from the next Call of Duties? I don't see them not doing that.
Which was in Vanguard when that released. It's now made its way into Warzone. It'll probably take them a while to figure that one out. It's very strange things, and they keep breaking, and I think it's just that bloat causing that, and the devs talking about it are once again backing that up. Talked about this before, but one thing that they added into the game is the zip lines or the redeploy balloons, whatever you want to call them. And as
facts, I fuck with the redeploys.
It's one of the best additions to the game. It makes it be able to play the game so much faster, get from point A to point B.
Yeah,
play the game.
This map is shitty as fuck.
Those lines are things I think are fantastic.
With the map being this trash, it being so many mountains, so many fucking bush warriors and fucking rock campers, bruh. You need something to get around. That's like the best thing they could have done. The best thing they could have done. Man. I mean, it can get you fucked up in some situations, but it can get you out of most jams, and it's easy to fucking travel and move around. Get positioning and get your ass set up before it's too late.
and I'm glad that they've added it into the game. And that's one of the biggest things that's really brought me back into the game and started playing it more, is specifically those things. Now, there's other things like weapon balance that I think are problems, and we'll talk about that after I explain why I'm talking about this. So, one thing that Matthew Ventures said is that he felt like the people working at Raven did not use the internal data gathered through the game enough. So in other words, the data on weapons people are using, the amount of time people are playing specifically.
That's how they don't know how to patch the shit.
Those lines, they didn't use those numbers enough.
Guns be broke as hell forever.
Going to do next with the game, and I think that's a big problem, because then you run into problems like weapons being overpowered. If you don't look at the data, how are you going to know that this weapon should be buffed and in which way? That's a big problem. Now, one other thing that he says is he said a lot of the devs that work there don't even.
This man just tried to shoot a PPSH 40 feet. Yeah, I was saying that shit. Who he thought he was finna hit? That's the Vanguard one too. Damn.
Play the game. Now, in and of itself, I don't think that is an issue. For example, I have a friend who is an engineer. He works on airplanes. This guy has never been on an airplane.
I don't think that really worked with gaming.
About things like the comfort of the airplane, the way it flies, the data that the airplane gives back to them. And then he uses that.
Whole different situation. It's different with
If
gaming.
he didn't listen to that data, and he's never been on an airplane, he couldn't do his job very well. So in and of itself, I don't think that's a specific problem that some of the devs don't play the game. But if they're also not listening to the data that they're getting back from the community and literally stats from the game, that is where you get an issue.
I think they need to do both. In this time, in this era of gaming, there's no way you can make a great game that's selling and making all this money and you don't play this shit. If you play this shit, you can be making even more money because you know what's going on. If you looking at the data and playing this shit at the same time, oh my fucking God, bro. You would be unstoppable. Is it that hard, bro? I can't believe that it's that hard.
And there's been
they ain't hustling for real to me.
That have been brought in that people
they still 50 fucking rich, but they ain't hustling.
Months. I think that's the reason why. I think they have to take that, use that data, and project what they're going to do moving forward. And this is followed up by another important thing that Matthew Ventures said, is he said that he didn't think that they reused content enough. The thing that he specifically talked about is he worked on the Christmas trees for the Christmas event. He said that they could have used those for a Valentine's Day event, hearts on the map, or whatever you want to talk about, but they didn't. Because why? Instead, they didn't really do anything for the game. And that's a problem in and of itself. The lack of new content is a problem that we had in Verdansk. It's a problem that we
get boring this shit after a while. Like, play this shit every day, there's nothing else to do.
Very minuscule and maybe just game mode changes to the game. And people get bored of it because of that. If we look back to Fortnite in its heyday, Fortnite had essentially new mini events every single week with the way their battle pass worked. You could do different things on.
And you know what else though? It's not even the fact that we not getting, you feel me, content every single week or something new to keep it looking fresh and all that. It's really the fact that they playing with the fucking playlist. If they just made every game mode not limited time only, you feel me, and just throw it in there. From Vanguard Royale to the regular Battle Royale, Caldera Clash, and whatever else they got that they done showed us. Throw all the game modes in there at the same time. Now, I know why they probably can't do that. The shit gonna break the game and be fucked up a bunch of even more bugs and glitches that we ain't even seen yet. But that would honestly probably change shit. Because all this weekly playlist update shit, it makes people mad. It's frustrating. They get used and get comfortable to something. And then as soon as they come back next week, it's gone. Now they feel fucking abandoned. But I just wanted to show y'all this video, give y'all a little insight on what was going on behind the scenes with these devs and how they really getting down. So, I'm not surprised. But I wish it changes. Hopefully Microsoft, we can do something better and they deliver us a better game. Maybe Warzone 2. Everybody's saying that might be the thing since it's gonna be optimized for the PS5 and all that, but we just gotta wait and see. Shout out to the Savage Nation. Appreciate y'all coming through, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I hate Nashi.
I spent the like 10, yeah. I got the pipe in, gon' spin a block, no type in. I just want the face like we Skype in. Can't cut no hoe, they be trifling.